lives up to the hype.
Okay, fight fans, here at the smart Aran Coliseum, our next contest is scheduled for 10 rounds, and it's in the super bantamweight division. Judges scoring this bout on a 10-point must system at ringside: Noel Haduka, Virgilio Garcia, Gregorio Ortega. And when the bell rings, your third man in the ring, referee Eduardo Nobleza. And now let's meet the fighters. Firstly, fighting out of the blue corner to my right. He weighed in at 124.8 pounds. Fight record: 21 wins, 4 losses, 18 wins by knockout. He hails from the Kingdom of Thailand. Please welcome Aran Depaen. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner to my left tonight, wearing the red trunks. He weighed in at 124.6 pounds. Fight record: 26 wins, no defeats, 20 wins coming by knockout. He is the pride of Ifugao, Philippines. Here is the Wonder Boy, Carl James Martin.
And we're all set for our next fight. It's Wonder Boy up against Depaen from Thailand.
Martin the Southpaw, Depaen, the Orthodox fighter. 26 years old is Martin, 34 years old is Depaen. Depaen has been around. All of his 4 losses came from overseas, outside of Thailand. He's lost in the UK, he's lost twice in Japan, he's lost in Russia. And that fight in Japan was against Inoue. He went 8 rounds with Inoue before sucking in on the TKO. Turned pro in 2019. Carl James Martin actually turned pro even earlier in 2016. But Depaen, a long history of being a Muay Thai fighter. Last 3 fights of Martin were held abroad, which is the reason why he's gotten a very, very huge sentimental homecoming welcome from his Filipino fans. Last 7 opponents of Martin were all foreigners or non-Filipinos. 2 Mexicans, rather 3 Mexicans, 2 Tanzanians, and 2 Thailanders. This is his blow-by-blow debut, as it is Depaen's blow-by-blow debut.
That was quite the ring walk. I enjoyed the ring walk. You've got to have confidence to do that. There was a lot of people involved in that. They obviously put some real thought into it too. So, as I said before, really looking forward to seeing what he's got here. I was interested to see he made his US debut back in May, which is a significant step during a career, and he's got a couple of good rankings.
One of 6 world-rated fighters in this card. Martin is ranked number 2 by the WBO and number 8 by the IBF in the super bantamweight division. 20 knockouts in 26 wins. Attacking the body. Spearing Aran with that right jab and following it up with a left straight.
He's going to have to work hard for openings here. Depaen's not going to give anything away. He's an experienced guy. Hasn't boxed that much opposition recently. Won 9 of his last 10, but a lot of them have been fighters making their debut, so it's hard to know where he's at, kind of motivation-wise, but we'll find out, because You don't take this kind of fight, I don't think, unless you still have some ambition. I thought the draw was harsh on him.
I thought so too. I thought he deserved to win. The word is Rolly Romero might be his next opponent, although the WBA is mandating a different challenger. But let's see what happens. Here we go with Martin. He's teeing off. Looks like he wants to end this early. He's taking the fight straight to Aran.
Well, Aran has proved to be quite the durable fellow.
He's countering. He's expecting Martin to come charging in, and he's waiting for him. It's almost like he's baiting Martin to come in. Big shot to the side of the body here by Martin. Martin is fighting Aran straight up. There's very little foot movement on either side.
You're absolutely right about the way Depaen is going about this. He's standing on the borderline of range there, just willing Martin to lead off and see if he can counter. I think he's quite keen just to see what he's got. He knows there's a lot of noise around this kid, but he's been hit hard before. He's been in with Naoya Inoue, who can definitely crack. So I think he'll back himself, Depaen, here to be able to take what Martin has got to give him and maybe make things interesting in the second half. I think that would be the plan.
I'm interested to find out how Aran can hold up to this body attack coming from Martin. Martin has been throwing those hard shots to the side of the body of Aran. Notice that Aran is not throwing that left jab. He's going straight with that right hand, which is the perfect weapon against a southpaw.
Martin just throwing the uppercut off the jab there a few seconds ago.
Up, hold your punch.
An easy thing to do.
Ready. Siko.
Good anticipation by Martin. He's been able to duck those punches coming from Aran. He's anticipating where those punches are coming from. Something that he might have learned in his US training.
Time!
2 rounds done here at the... See some of the action here.
That's the body shot I was talking about. What is that? Is that a liver punch? Already coming from Martin. He always caps it with not a shot to the head, but with a shot to the body.
It was an interesting exchange that, because Depaen was just looking to throw when Martin was throwing at that point. He was looking a bit more aggressive, a bit more ambitious in this third round so far, Depaen.
A big knockdown scored by Aran. He caught Martin by surprise. Martin has gone down here with a knockdown in round number 3.
He just got caught a bit square there, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Square, standing tall, and he had no balance, and it landed into the chest, and down he went. He's not hurt at all, but he just got his feet in the wrong place.
And that's why he smiled and quickly got back up. But let's see if that prods him to go a little bit more on the offensive.
I think Martin Let's see what he can do. If he can rise up from that point of adversity.
Well, Depaen from the start of round 3 was looking to be a bit more expansive, wasn't he? He was looking to throw where Martin was throwing, thinking that he could make an impact that way, and they had a little bit of a firefight before the knockdown where they both nearly caught each other, and that's a lovely crisp jab though there from Martin, and I think this has maybe lit a bit of a fire underneath him, to be honest.
Yes, I think the floodgates just might be open here.
I think all the more he's motivated to put in a show in the very same round where he was knocked down.
Well, it's got to, or else it's going to be a 10-8 round.
But he can't get careless. I think he stays to the power of Aran. Whether he was off balance or not, he went down for an 8 count.
Quickly changing levels. He goes back on top, talking about Martin. Now we've got a slugfest.
This is good from Martin. I like the way he's responded here, because he's been knocked down, he's in front of his home crowd, he's going to be embarrassed. And that's not a reaction that you want to really rule your head necessarily, but there's nothing wrong with him getting.
The power punch of the round is brought to you by the Philippine Sports Commission.
Didn't have his balance at all there, did he? No. He was kind of tilting backwards as it was. He was covering up to the body, trying to protect himself, and totally square, waiting his heels.
He wasn't hit solidly. He just lost his balance as he was backtracking. But he'll take it.
And still officially a knockdown here.
Oh yeah. That'll go down to it's a 10-8 round for Aran. Let's see what Martin can do here in this round.
That's given Aran also a bit of a lifeline. Now Martin becoming a little bit more aggressive.
Keep it up, keep it up.
That's good work from Martin there, just stepping around the target, landed a couple of body shots, stepped off to the right hand side, just finds a slightly different angle, and that's what he needs to do here against Depaen, is keep him turning, keep him moving, find those different points of attack. It's heated up this though, hasn't it?
Aran is showing that he can take the punches of Martin. More body shots coming from Martin. Precision punching coming from Martin. And the crowd reacting.
Approaching the 1 minute mark here of round number 4. And he's trying to pour it on.
Aran is hurt. Aran
He was hurt
could
by
be on the way down.
He was hurt by right hand to the body there. You could see him back up into the corner and then just drop his elbows. I think he might have recovered now. That right hand just cannons into his hip, but I don't think he's quite shaking it off actually. This is a really good spell for Martin.
The crowd is roaring as they sense that Martin is about to score a knockout. Aran is probably sensing that too. Martin is going for the home run. He wants to make up for that knockdown in the previous round. How much more can Aran take? Body assault has been merciless and relentless.
Well, Aran lasted 8 rounds with Inoue.
That's a big round.
Here we go, round number 5.
I thought round number 4 was a good bounce back round for Carl James Martin. Let's see whether he can ride on that momentum.
Body uppercut. Gotta go body.
Shot to the body once more by Carl James Martin. But Aran is fighting back.
Body. Angles, body. Angles, body.
You can hear Sean Gibbons' voice in the background. Bang his body. That's what Sean Gibbons is saying.
And he's absolutely right, because you could see in that previous round that he put a dent in him and just chop away at that trunk.
Watch your head, watch your head.
That's the plan here, I think. And again, there he is, just turning around the front foot, trying to find those different angles. This will be difficult, though, because he is a very experienced fighter, Depaen. We know he hasn't boxed much in the way of opposition recently, but then that right hand there, that cheeky little right hand just dug in, and you could see him just give a little bit. Depaen.
Aran's delivery a little bit slow now. Carl James Martin is going in for the kill. He's shaking his head. He's probably feeling that Aran's power isn't the same any longer. And that's the reason why he's taking chances as he's moving in.
And he's going in with extreme confidence, not worried whatsoever about these punches. But these punches are low.
A second warning here given by referee Nobleza.
Take your time, take your time.
And it just buys Depaen a little bit of time, doesn't it? I don't know whether he let that one slip deliberately or not, but if he did, that's a seasoned campaigner, isn't it?
Exactly.
Because it's getting torrid in there for him, and he just needed to try and find an out. There's that right hand to the body again, and Martin's just got no respect for his power now, and that puts him in a difficult spot.
Martin continuing to put the pressure on Aran. Aran is fighting back, however.
That was a good right hand from Depaen.
Here comes Martin once more. He's got Aran Depaen in the corner. He's pouring it on. Depaen scoring to the right. Martin is continuing to score.
And you can see there's just no power behind the punches of Aran.
And Martin knows it. He's feeling that power isn't the same any longer. While he's gaining in confidence and gaining in strength, he wants to finish off this cylinder.
I think he was quite close to going down, actually, about 20 or so seconds ago. Up in the neutral corner right above us, he dipped very low.
That uppercut has been working for Martin. Aran is ducking low, and Aran is saved once more by the bell. How much more can he take?
Exchange of the round brought to you by the International Boxing Association. And let's see if Martin tries to pick up from where he left off in the previous round.
He was heaving the air in between rounds, Depaen. I was keeping a close eye on him. He needed every single second of that minute.
Stop! Hold your punch! Step back, Martin, step back.
Martin needs a little bit of a distance to be able to throw his lead shots. He's coming forward, and he's finding the range. The target is wide open for him. He's looking to destroy that high guard of Aran Depaen. The midsection is wide open.
That was a good left hand right into the pit of the stomach there. He comes back with a right hand, Depaen, and he's just about managing to do enough, but he's taking a bit of a beating in there now, to be honest.
Once again, just trying to tee off here.
still taking a lot of punishment, however. Shots in the head coming from Martin. He's got to be consistent with that assault to the body. That's Aran's weak spot. Again, a shot to the body.
But again, he throws back that right hand, and this is impressive from Depaen, because we asked the question at the start of the fight, how much hunger and desire has he got left? He's had a good career, he's had a hard career, and he's shown us through his willingness to take the fight and really dig in here that this is still for him, because if it wasn't under these kinds of onslaughts, he'd take a seat and stay there, wouldn't he?
And he's still fighting back, prodding forward.
Go low, go low, go low.
Brings down both his arms. Aran Depaen. And Martin is right there, obliging him, throwing shots in the body. But Depaen is still not going down. Remember, only one knockdown has been scored in this fight, and it wasn't by Martin.
And Depaen survives another round. This is
Seconds out.
his brainchild.
Well, he's the man who made this happen.
Yep.
The golden anniversary of THRILLA in Manila. What an all-star cast here. 13 fights, 106 scheduled rounds. 6 world-rated fighters, 6 undefeated fighters, 6 countries represented in this crowd outside of the Philippines.
Martin trying to tee off once again here.
Martin must be wondering in his mind, what's keeping this guy up? What more do I have to do to bring this man down?
Once again going right back to the body.
You got the gas, baby. You got the gas. Step on it. Step on it. Back that body. Get the high guard. There it is. There it is. There it is. There's no rubber cup. There's no rubber cup. Let's go.
The intensity just not quite as high from Martin in this round, a minute in. As I say that, he really opens up, but Depaen's done a good job in this round. He's covered up pretty nicely, he's thrown back when he's needed to, and as we head up towards the halfway stage of it, this hasn't been as torrid as previous rounds. I'm interested to see if Martin looks to try and turn the screw in the second half of this round, or whether he's just taking a little bit of a breather here with the final 3 in mind.
Aran sticking out his chin. Martin is just staying in front of Depaen.
Because it doesn't seem like Aran is a little bit worried about that power anymore.
Another flurry coming here from Martin. Aran fighting back, scoring with the right hand. It seems that Depaen can take those punches of Martin. He hasn't gone down. He's been staggered.
And outside of round 3, where he scored a knockdown and therefore won the round 10-8, I think this is his best round actually. Outside of that, it won't necessarily be enough to win the round. We'll see if Martin can finish with a bit of a flourish here as he turns orthodox briefly. But he's negotiated this one with a lot more ease than he has some recent rounds.
Power Punch of the Round is brought to you by the Philippine Sports Commission.
Right hand scored by Martin. And then look at this big punch scored here by Depaen, the right hand, a sweeping right hand, connecting.
Absolutely won the stoppage. You want to impress in front of a home crowd, but the reality is Depaen's been stopped once, and that was by, in a way, as we've mentioned mentioned a couple of times during the course of the fight so far. So it would be a significant marker if he could get this done. It doesn't matter if he doesn't. It'll be 10 good rounds banked.
Ooh, he got tagged there. Talking about Martin.
Well, he slipped. And as soon as he had a slip of a foot, Aran was right there to take advantage.
And he slipped because he threw a very, very expansive uppercut with his lead hand, and it's a dangerous punch to throw because if you don't land it,
And you lose your footing.
you can't get your feet back, basically.
And you leave yourself so vulnerable. He gets tagged once again there by a right from Aran.
As I'm saying, Martin is taking chances. He feels he can take Depaen's power, so he's staying in front of him, hoping to be able to strike and put Depaen down.
He just needs to stick to his boxing here. Keep it tight, keep it compact. He doesn't need to do anything crazy. That right hand to the body has been working, because the more he goes looking for something spectacular, the more open he's going to leave himself. And the only way this could go wrong is if he walks onto something here and gets knocked out. It doesn't seem very likely, but it can happen. We've all seen it happen.
That time he got clipped by Depaen once more. Getting a little careless is Martin.
Get your rhythm with the jab. Get your rhythm. Get your rhythm. Get your rhythm behind the jab.
But right now, Aran looks a lot fresher than he did about 10 minutes ago.
And he's in the center of the ring, and he's engaging Martin.
Sean Gibbons at ringside is just screaming through the ropes at Martin to get back on the jab and just re-establish some rhythm, and he's completely right, because he's looking for big singles, he's looking for big combinations, he's looking to really try and do damage because he does want that stoppage, but he's best off just getting back on that jab, that nice quick loose jab, send it out quick, bring it back quick, and just try and not start again exactly, but just set everything off that, because he's forcing it.
Well, he clearly wants a stoppage here in front of the hometown fans.
And remember, Martin has not lost the fight. That's the end of the round. He's got 2 more to go. This is now round number 9. We never expected it was going to go this far in this fight. Well, my description of Depaen is this guy's a hardened warrior. This guy's gone through a lot in his journeyman career. Fought around the world, fought in the UK, fought in Russia, fought in Japan. And he's actually a good test for Martin.
Ready, box.
He is. This has been a good fight for him. This has been good matchmaking. The matchmaking on the card actually all the way through has been good, because we've had competitive fights, and although Martin is ahead here by a decent margin, it was level through 3 rounds, remember, because of the knockdown in round 3 and the 10-8, but he's been made to work hard here, Martin, and he's been made to pay when he's made mistakes, which is another good thing.
Martin showboating a little bit here. They count the knockdown.
Well, it seemed like he was also backtracking there when he got hit. Not a solid shot, but still it's going to count as a knockdown.
Referee Nobleza calling a knockdown. So now both these fighters have a knockdown each.
Fighters never like a knockdown given when they feel there's been a loss of balance, but if the loss of balance is your fault and then you get hit and go down, then it's a knockdown, isn't it? I didn't really see if there was some kind of push involved there or not, but down he went and the referee took up the count.
seconds here. Martin clearly wants a knockdown and a knockout.
10 seconds.
But he's not going to get it here in the ninth.
Well, he's got his knockdown here in this round. But yes, he certainly wants a knockout.
Time.
The fans are expecting it. The fans are hoping for it and win this fight comfortably on points.
The Thrilla hit of the quarter is brought to you by the Smart Aran Coliseum.
That looked like a legitimate knockdown to me. We didn't see the feet from that angle. It's possible they could have tangled, they could have...
It's very clear whether a punch landed or not. But knockdown will stay. Both fighters have now scored one knockdown each. And if this fight goes a distance, and it looks like it will, Martin is going to remain undefeated, but he will not be able to score a knockout.
He shouldn't be too upset by that though, because it was always going to be hard. He's only been stopped at one step, and then that was by a massive puncher a little while ago now. And he showed us pretty much from the start here that the resolve to box at a good level is still there.
And he's shown throughout his career that he is durable. 1 minute gone here in the final round.
It looks like Martin is just going to coast to win on points. I don't think he's going for a knockout any longer. I mean, he might take a chance.
He gets tagged though.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Aran with a nice shot there.
You get careless, you might get tagged.
Well, we might just have one final flurry here.
Well, Depaen looks like he's winning this round. The way he's been scoring his punches. And the way Martin looks like he's coasting. He's not attacking as furiously as he did before. Although he landed with a big right. That was a big left.
And that stopped Aran in his tracks.
Yeah, that was a big left.
Into the final minute. He's done well in the second half of the fight here, Depaen, though, hasn't he? Because in those middle rounds he was really under the cosh. But he's maybe nicked a couple of these last 3 rounds or so. So we might end up with a 7-3 scoreline in rounds, and that's a good return for him. That would be a good return for him if the judges see it that way.
I think it's a credit to the upper that he's able to stand his ground. That's the distance with Thomas Martin. Crowd is roaring. Martin continuing to swing away. That's the end of the fight. It has gone the distance. Martin is going to win this fight comfortably on points. But Martin is probably...
With an approach like that.
That was a solid shot there. Round of the round brought to you by the Philippine Sports Commission.
But even with that right hand scored by Martin, I mean, he didn't stagger. Depaen, he didn't even lose his footing. That he's able to carry the colors.
Let's go to Ted at ringside.
Fight fans, before we go to the scorecards, how about a round of applause for 2 warriors giving it their all? We go to the scorecards now. Judge Greg Cortega scores about 98-91. Noel Haduka, 97-92. And Virgilio Garcia, 98-90. All for the winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated, the Wonder Boy, Carl James Martin.
Well, as expected, a lopsided score for your winner, Carl